Alrighty, it's time for another episode of Gemfridays! Like I said last week, we're starting right back here on Prince Aaron, year 1 of October, and we're gonna start a war at some point. I guess we're technically already in one. But we're gonna just, cultivate some more. And see if I can defect my boy from over here. It can take forever. It really can. It's not something you should focus on doing, but a lot of the vassals in different areas will defect. It's just you have to be persistent. I just know Pinder's easy because they mention him, and usually if they mention them and they're not dead in those little early scenarios, they'll probably come to your side. Alrighty, so let's see what we got going on here. 200, 180. So we could easily attack either one of those, but what we're gonna do is just wait a little bit till we get up a little more of our stats. I've always kind of hated and loved the music in this game. It's really bad. And the horrible things happening sound effect is absolutely terrifying. I had nightmares about it. I mean, I also got this when I was 6? 7? So, right at the prime age of being afraid of weird sound effects. Okay, let's send some stuff down here. Oh, I really needed the crops to be worth more money. Sell some. That's still not good. Yep. Thanks, Dorahan. It's always my favorite when you've already, you've built up everything as high as you can possibly get it, and you're about to go on the rampage and take out the last thing you need to do, and then you get hit with a whole bunch of those things. The game will do that if you've not been focusing on your stats. And I haven't been with Pinder, so I'm being punished for it. But, yeah, excuse me while I start my timer over. I do time these as I'm recording, just so I know how I'm doing. This will probably be a little bit longer than normal. But what's normal, right? This is the second episode. And what's interesting is a lot of the vassals in this particular scenario that I'm playing with can lead their own families. And there's a crazy mod that someone made for this. I mean, I guess it's a ROM hack, not a mod. Where they made each single person their own family, and you can use that to try to take over the rest of the map. It is ridiculous. I've never actually played it, and I think I might do that once I finish with doing this particular series. I might do one special video trying to play that version. It sounds insane, and I'm not comfortable when I can't win, just because I played this game so much. Also used to bother me when I was a kid that the island looks like a face. And now you won't be able to unsee it. It's a face with a growth. I do like the element in this game that, pretty much every region has some natural disaster that can hit it. I guess the number 8 up in the corner there, it's one of the only ones that doesn't get hit with natural disasters, but it also doesn't have... there's a family that starts on that island, and I think that it doesn't get hit with natural disasters because you need all of the time and money and infrastructure you can muster to try to break into a complete war front. And so everything else on the mainland has weather, but 8 doesn't, and eventually you'll see me pull my hair out trying to do that scenario. I hate playing that one, but that is the super hardcore mode of Gemfire. Because his stats aren't good either. Let's see what the money's like. Sell some. Recruit some. How you looking in the neighborhood, Bender? Shabard. Joff. Yeah, he's pretty good for now, so to avoid further punishment from the game. And there's something I've never actually gotten to work in this game where you search for things in different territories. You can like find relics and stuff. I have the manual for this game. I should probably read through it again. It's one of my absolute favorite things because it's so detailed and it's one of those really great Super Nintendo manuals. It's full of it's not full of useless information like a lot of NES manuals. It's just lore and what the game's about, and I love books like that. I had this when I was a kid around the same time. I had the Legend of Zelda walkthrough guide, that really pretty green-covered one, and half that thing is just lore. It's lore that's not even, I think, part of the Zelda canon anymore. Like, some people just spent a lot of time creating the clothing that people in Hyrule wear that's never featured in anything else, the jewelry they make, why the ocarina exists. It's absolutely amazing. It was absolutely fantastic, and I think I still have it. I just haven't seen it in a long time. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm sure there's probably a PDF scan somewhere that I highly recommend you check out. So, and yeah, and like I said last video, this was the very first video game I ever bought on my own. And my dad was completely confused why I would buy something that was... Because I bought it without knowing what it was. I just saw the knight on the cover of the box at the game store. And to a kid that liked dragons and swords and all that good stuff, that was pretty awesome. So I bought it with the "that's rad" attitude that, you know, every kid buys something with, and then I got it home and didn't know what I was doing, but then I found it fantastic, because I had just figured out how to read pretty well. Yeah, I've been reading for a while, but, you know, playing a game that's like this stat-heavy and stuff, you're like, oh, I know what these numbers mean, I know what this is. Mom, what's cultivation? And then she tells you, like, oh, everyone needs food, so I figured out all my base strategies just based on what I think people would want. And so there's a lot of just good feeling when I hear this music and play this game. And so you can see that all the stats and food, money, and I think even soldiers went down. Well, no, soldiers didn't go down, but food and money definitely did as the year rolled over. So we'll sell a little bit more, recruit just some. I'm gonna risk something. I really wanted to attack somebody, because I don't want these videos, I don't want this to be like 40 minutes of me just not doing anything. And with these territories you use basically as food banks, just keep enough money that you can give food at the end of in August, give 100 food. Or, you know, give most of your food and then just buy as much as you can. You can't guarantee that the prices are going to be low in August. So, it's always good to try to keep 100 around. Because not many things are predictable about this game. Except for them noting that I am putting lots of soldiers on my front. But I have to be careful, especially with Tin, and because the Linkshire family will definitely attack. I wonder if they're getting worried now. She's not done anything. He's not done anything. He's definitely doing something. He is one of their better commanders. And the reason I want to get 9... That could be real shitty for him if I did that. So the red shield with the white mark means it's the capital territory. And if you invade that, you have like I think a 40% chance of being able to completely banish the ruler, or you could recruit them and it could completely take over the family, or you could have them surrender. It's actually a pretty neat function. We'll just focus on the cultivation. That would be the best. This is a really frustrating moment. Let's see. Let's try to defect Adderall again. He did it! Oh shit, yes. Alright, so 15's fucked. That is just how this goes. 15 is just fucked. So we're going to send some stuff that way, and we're gonna wait another month. Nope. Your bones, son. But good Christ, I need to recruit shit with him. Oh, right. Oh, so you, since the wizards act as the 5th unit in your battlefield, and when you use them they have to rest for 2 months, you can recruit other monsters and things to fight for you, but if you don't go to war, they're not gonna stick around. So let's see how bad this is. Oh, that's real tempting too. Oh, but I am not prepared enough to fight the dragon. He kept his dragon, of course, which is the most powerful 5th unit in the game. It can attack at close range and from a distance, which is really dumb and shitty, but makes sense because that's what a boss monster would be like. But the other wizards can either fight close or from far away. Let's see how the food's doing. I'm gonna have to just sell some anyway. And try to move some down from 6. I see what you want. You're not going to get what you want. I'm really happy that worked. I'm really happy that worked. I usually don't get both of them. Like, usually Adderall just holds out after I get Bender. Fuck it, I'll just do it. And of course, now that I need to go to 6 and move some troop down. Because my goal there is to have enough that I can completely storm 15, but have enough left in case 16 or 7 want to attack. Oh wait, yeah, I can't move troops there, duh. No, let's send 100. Empower all those people. Like I said, if you do too much military stuff and not enough for the people. Okay, you can also receive, so if you're in a place like, oh crap, you're so low on food, you can just do that. You should cultivate. Oh, don't. Yay! Which is really good for me, which means they probably used his wizard to repel them. Which means I could use my wizard on their weaker wizard. They're also one of the only family. There are 2 families that have 2 5th units, and it's the Lyle and the Blanche. They have the Lyle family actually has the most powerful wizard in the game, but they use him so frequently that he's almost always out if they've been fighting before you get there. Alrighty, let's hope that we don't get attacked by everybody. I'm gonna take 420. Don't giggle. 422. Yeah, there we go. We're gonna take Zindor. And take off Cuties' food. Yeah, that was not hard. I really wanted to show you a battle, but they were completely outnumbered. But now we need to focus on cultivation. Refuse that shit. And I normally would not recommend zeroing out your troops on just a treaty border. Here it's not as important because the Davis family's not going to mess with me. If I didn't have as many troops on the back end, they'd probably try to attack me, but they're very, very cowardly. I'm gonna send some. Mostly, it takes about 2 years worth of harvest to really have enough food and money flowing throughout the provinces. Because right now I'm expanding more than I can really support. So if I get attacked, I'm gonna be in a lot of trouble. But I need to recruit. And that's definitely gonna hit 9 kills. Huh. I'm genuinely surprised when it doesn't try to screw me every time. Even though I did say earlier it was a dice roll, I still worry that it's gonna screw. Everyone worries that video games are constantly screwing. In this era in particular. And see, when you take over a new province, you have just no loyalty, no cultivation. Nope. They're gonna keep doing that until I wipe them out. Because I've got them in a real bad way. It's been a while since I played this map. I usually play Aaron and Ander. I think the family setups are just a little tougher there. This game mode is definitely the easiest. Made easier by playing as the family that the end cutscene is modeled after. We're gonna go ahead and give him a head start on giving people food. Let's see what my jester has to say. Bad harvests are at hand unless we improve the land! Oh yeah. Even the game's like, you need to get on that stuff. And here he says, investing to prevent disaster helps our power to grow faster. I guess it does help, but cultivation is incredibly more important until you are further in the game. No? Oh shit, I didn't, I was in such a role to cultivate that I didn't even think about it. What? Stop this. Sometimes your fingers just get in a roll doing certain things, and then you keep screwing that same thing up. I do that a lot. Nope. They really, really want an alliance. It's like, hey guys, we see that you have some troops there. But we would awfully appreciate it if you didn't destroy us. Too late. And now the plague. That image scared the crap out of me. Both the skeleton and the, people just keeling over in the streets. It's absolutely terrifying as a kid. Of course you did. Okie dokie. That's not the worst. And now we're gonna recruit. This is the kind of harvest I want. And getting a harvest on prices being high, so you can immediately start recruiting. And immediately start sending stuff to places that you know are gonna get boned. Oh yeah, they really need troops. But it was worth it. It was worth it for making sure we could get 15. I've never seen them be this persistent. Let's see just how boned they are. No, he's not boned at all. He is. She's not. He definitely is. Alright, that explains it. Nice. Food wizard. Let's see. At least the refuse is on, like, the thing you can hit the quickest. Some more cultivation. Oh yeah, that's such a good sign! So close to maxing out my troop level. Which is 999. And that gets divided evenly, well, as evenly as it can be among 5 units. Well, among 4 units, so they each get about 250. Alright, yeah. Let's see how Ezelbutt's doing. Oh, that's so tempting. That's so tempting, but if I did that, Seven's gonna come right back behind me and attack me. Because I won't get a turn before it comes back to that. Oh, it's so tempting, though. People should take risks. You should take risks in this game. I don't. Because I've seen the game completely screw me when I take a risk. I'm not risk-averse, just... I've played this game many, many times. Oh great, now 2 families are doing it. And usually the Divas family does not stick around this long as your ally, but I think they see what's happening. I'm surprised that the Legshire family hasn't taken them over yet. And you see, the computer's not attacking me for the exact same reasons I'm not attacking it. Is that it also can vaguely calculate the risk of attacking. Let's see. 180, 287. Alright, so 1 more month on him. And we should be able to... We should be good to go. Actually, I'm going to move... Let's sort this out before... He's at 48. Alright, so... I can move... Okay, yeah, we're still good. And if I want to be really dangerous again, I can do that. And this is where it attacks 6 because I desperately need it not to. 6 and 3. Oh, great. So yeah, the plague is random because 5, if we're going on the stats of that place, besides like the protection, it's pretty well off. So I'm gonna end this video on a battle. I'm gonna see how this goes. Take Zindor. I'll take 5 days of food because I won't need more than 5. Oh, we got a battle! And so you can see it's like very, very simple chess. Each unit has its own movement type and its own attack rate, and they're pretty much only defending because their wizard's stronger than mine. And there are 2 ways, well, 3 ways to win. You can capture the enemy's flag, which is under their archer right now. You can wipe out all the units, or they can run away. Which they usually will run away when you're very close to wiping out all the units. Because if you wipe them out, you have a better chance of capturing the ruler. And with attack orders, frontal assaults are the most basic. Flanking assaults do pretty good damage. Rear assaults do critical hits. Horsemen can move 3, knights and archers move 2, and the wizards move 2 or 3, depending. There are some units that can hop over walls and fences and things, but none of the wizards can. And also, food has a huge impact on how long they'll fight. And this is going to be a dangerous maneuver. So I'm going to try this first. I don't remember his attack range. Awesome. So we're getting a flanking assault on Pender. Pluvius, sorry. Yeah, that's the most action you're going to see in this game. It's the most action-fullest. By rights, a 7-year-old should not have found this game completely mind-blowing, but I did. And now this is a rear assault. Oh damn. Where did like 2/3 of your horses go? And then, because what they're trying to do is take out my flag, which is a legitimate tactic if you have the numbers to back it up, but if you don't, you're just fodder. And they're trying to lure me out a bit so their wizard can get me. Which would be more of a problem if I didn't have a pretty strong wizard. But I'm gonna try to keep the knights away from them because the wizards, the 5th units like to attack the knights the most. They have pretty good attack power, but you can do just as much damage if you just double team the knights and the archers. The horsemen. This was not a good plan. That was alright. But Pluvius is about to attack them too. Really? He hates archers. I was not expecting this to be a very long battle, so I apologize that this video will be longer than these videos usually are, but... Okay, I have lots of opportunities because I need to get rid of the wizard. He can actually do a fair amount of damage to me, so we're going to shoot him with butt. Shoot him in the butt. We can't shoot him with butts. That is not a thing that we can do in this game. actually, before we do that... Okay, I'm gonna put my archers at risk, just to get a really good hit. See, I'm not risk-averse when it comes to battle. I know I have to put my people in positions, but the chance to get a really good hit outweighs the risk of losing points. Oh, I can't attack myself. And I bet after this he will try to run back to the flag. And you can't completely kill wizards, they'll get down to 1 hit point and then they'll run away. Usually they get down to around like 17 and they'll go. But I bet you everyone starts running back to the flag. Oh no. You have guts. Oh, we're gonna make our swords touch. For the sake of a good rear assault, we're gonna do that. Yes. Actually, let's see if I can do it from here. Yeah. So Oblivious is at a pretty low state that we don't have to worry about him as much. His attack is still strong, but is not as strong as it used to be. So now I can start contending with this stuff. Go check here. I'm pretty sure they'll run away before I ever get their flag. Yep, round 15. Alright, the wizard's gone. You're not retreating, really. I'm gonna win the next turn, so... I bet I can win with Archer versus Archer, too. It doesn't matter how much you use your wizards if they get knocked out or if you win the battle, they're still gonna be gone for 2 months, but I'd like to keep them just in case something goes really, really bad. So don't use them more than I have to. And also, it just stings a little bit more that you're just using your normal troops to win. Not that there's any sort of intimidation in this game. And we won a battle! Oh yeah, so since we took the fort, we can get some gold or food. Gold's really not worth it. Food is always what's worth it. Because food is worth gold. And now 2 is fucked. And that's where we're going to end it for now. We're gonna save this game on up. And this has been the 2nd episode of Gemfridays. I hope you enjoyed it, and the next one will not be this long, hopefully. I say that, but when we start getting into battles, it's probably going to be pretty long. Some of these battles can take upwards of 30 minutes. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed what you watched, and tune in next week.